I would like to dedicate this video to one of my YouTube subscribers. I think he's probably also my student. He's probably enrolled in my video course because I see this is an advanced question. A beginner would not ask this kind of a question. Again, a disclaimer. I am a SEBI registered research analyst. I am purely a financial educator. I don't have any clients. I don't provide investment advice or buy sell recommendations. I don't write research reports. So please do your own due diligence, okay? Nothing that I discuss here should be taken as a recommendation. It's purely educational. So this email is written to me and I dedicate this video to Mr. Hari uh, Katra Katragada. He's from Mumbai, if I pronounced his second name correctly. This is what he writes. Dear Rohit, thank you for the great educational videos. I greatly appreciate them. I have a query regarding base patterns. Many times it is not clear whether a base pattern is a consolidation or if it is actually a cup with handle. Sometimes MarketSmith shows them differently on daily and weekly charts. I have attached the latest screenshots from Mazgao doc on MarketSmith, where the daily chart shows a long consolidation between July 5th, 2024 and April 29, 2025, whereas the weekly chart shows the base as a cup with handle plus consolidation. Can you kindly clarify how one can go about resolving this? So, of course, this is an advanced question. If a beginner were to read this question, he might probably not understand what is going on here. So, let's go to the screenshots. Let's go to the daily. This is the daily screenshot that he has sent. So, this is the base that MarketSmith has marked, and he has moving averages on the base. So, the yellow is the 50, green is the 150, red is the 200. The pink is probably 21 EMA. The blue is the RS line. The gray is the Nifty 50 line. And then you have the base. This is the volume with a 50-day simple moving average. So this is a daily time frame chart. He has pointed towards this base. Let's see how this base looks like on MarketSmith. Let's see what they call it. Okay, let's go to Mazgao doc. It's given here. Go to week daily. I will expand this. So yeah, he's pointing toward this base. When I go here, it says consolidation stage 6, which means this is base number 6 and they call it consolidation. And this is from, as he mentioned the date, from July 2024 to April 2025, which is well within the 52-week period. Okay. Notice one thing here. Forget the base name. Notice one thing here. You go to 29 April 2025. Let's go to that. Okay, so let's go to Mazgao doc. 29 April 2025. You see, this is 29 April 2025. And let me mark that base for you so that it's very clear. From here, they have marked it like this. You see 29th April. Look at the moving averages. Before that breakout, look at the moving averages. It's not blue, green, red. It is blue, red, green. So the 200 days above 150 day. So even if I were to look at this base, I would reject it irrespective of whatever they call it. This stock is a reject for me because the moving averages are not aligned. Why do I lay this much importance to the moving averages? Because uh, as per the Mark Minervini trend template, he has been using this for 4 decades. The definition of a proper stage 2 confirmed uptrending stock is the 50-day should be above 150 and the 150 should be above 200. So when all the moving averages are aligned and the price is above moving averages and the 3 moving averages are sloping up, there is your odds of success are higher in that situation. When that is not the case, your odds of success are much lower. Okay, so there is evidence. 100 years of stock market research has provided that evidence that if you wait for the moving average alignment, you are likely to, the odds of success are likely to be in your favor. So irrespective of whatever name they give to this stock, I am not going to buy. Okay. Next. So he says that this is consolidation. Same period, let us look at the weekly time frame chart. So his weekly screenshot is here. So he's pointing towards the same period from July to April. He's pointing towards the two bases that MarketSmith has created. So let's see. So this is a weekly time frame chart. So this is cup with handle, which is base number 5A, and this is stage 1. So they go from base 1 to base, they go from base 5 to base 1 because the resetting has happened. The low of the previous base has been broken. So I understand the confusion here, that this is now, this could be base 2. See, this is base 2 because this is considered to be base 1. Okay. So I understand the confusion here. There is cup with handle here, and there is consolidation here, and then there is consolidation here. So you go from base 5 to base 1 to base 2. Let's go to the weekly time frame chart. So where is the April? Sorry, not this one. So we are looking at the latest movement, right? So yeah, this particular movement. See, this is considered to be base 5, the high of base 5. And since the low of this base, which is, what is the low of this candle? 1926.30. The low here is 1925. So the low of this base 5 is taken out by this low. This is 1918. This is 1926. So since this low undercuts this low, that is why this is termed as base number 1. So if I start measuring from this candle high, you have 3 consecutive candles where the high of these 3 candles or these 3 bars is below the high of this bar. So that they have categorized as base number 1 because the low of this base has been undercut. I would probably not look at it that way. I would not mark this as base 1. For me, base 5 gets completed here. So if I draw like this, yeah, so this is this is July 2024. And if I am here, somewhere here, this is April 2025. So this is roughly a period which is less than 1 year. Okay. So for me, when the stock is here, I would look at this entire base as base number 5. I would not categorize this undercutting of this low as base number 1. That would not be my approach. My approach would be, I would wait for this proper base breakout to happen. So when the stock reaches in this range, I would go back. So this is 21 April 2025. So I will go back 21 April 2024. Before that, you get June 2024. So which means if I'm here, my 52-week high is this. So this entire thing would be my base, which is one base, which I would call it consolidation because I don't understand cup with handle and things like that. My thing is, if there is proper consolidation, whatever name you give it to, whatever name you want to give it, you can give it. But ultimately, the price has started moving down and it will take some time to clear the overhead supply. That is how I look at the base. So for me, this would be a breakout from this base. And if I measure from this base how much it has gone up, it has gone up more than 25%. So which means from here, base number 6 starts for me. So in my view, currently the stock is in base number 6. They are saying that the stock is currently in base number 2 because they are looking at this as base number 1. So I do look at market smith data, the base count, but if something is not making sense to me, I will rely on my own judgment, because base 5 becomes base number 1 only when base 4 is broken. So this is base number 4. When the low of this gets broken, only then I can say that base 1 has started. But that is not the case here. This entire, from wherever it broke out, let's say it broke out from this level. See, there are 3 consecutive price bars. No, I think this level. If I draw a line here, the high of this is 1242, the high of this is 1246. So this level, let's take this level. So after this, you have 3 consecutive candles which are below the high of this candle. So the base breakout actually happens here. After this, there is not a single candle after which you have 3 consecutive highs, except this candle, because this is where the base building starts. So unless the low of this base breaks this low, base 1 according to me has not started. And look at the price. In base 4, the pivot point is 1247. Base 5, the pivot point is 2900. The stock is going up. The stock has almost doubled, more than doubled. How can we call it base number 1, right? And now you have base number 6. Now, if this low takes out this low, if it keeps continues going down, takes out this low, I would call it as base number 1. So that will be base resetting as per my understanding of the chart. So I do look at the base name and the base count that they are giving, but I will also use my own judgment. If something like this looks odd to me, I will use my own judgment. If I were to buy here, I would think, see, if I were to buy here, I would be late, because you look at the price action. You don't need to be a expert at base counting to determine that the stock is in late stage. Look at this 300. The stock was in 2023, the stock was 300 roughly, March 2023. Now we are in 2025, September. So around 2.5 years. In 2.5 years, the stock has gone from 300 to 3000, like more near 4000, 10 times in 2.5 years. Don't you think you are buying late? Don't you think that it is extended? How can we be at base number 1 if the stock has gone up 10 times in 2.5 years? How can we be in base 1 unless the low is broken, right? How can we be in base 1? So that would be my analysis. But you see, interesting questions I am getting. Okay, Mr. Hari Katragada, very good question. Even the previous question about base counting on most chip technologies was a very, very good question. So these are advanced questions. These are advanced discussions, by the way. Okay, if you are a beginner, then if you don't understand what I discussed, it is fine. You are just starting out. You can rely on market smith base count. But when you begin to understand the chart properly, the name of the pattern and all this does not matter. What matters is where is the price. Like 2.5 years ago, it was 300. Now it is 3000. The stock has moved up a lot. You should have bought the stock 1 year ago, 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago, right? Now we need to give the stock some time to properly form a base. So which means you need to undercut the previous base low, which I don't see happening, which that has happened on this chart. So that would be my analysis of Mazgao doc. Going back to the chart, has this low undercut this low? No, right? So after this base, you have this base. After this base, stock has gone up more than 25%. Again started forming a base. So looks perfectly fine. After this base, the stock goes up. Again another base, the stock goes up. Again another base, the stock goes up. Again another base. Stock is continuing to go up. Every time it breaks out of the base, it goes up at least 20-25%. So it's doing what it is supposed to do. It's a confirmed, it's an uptrending stock. It might not be a confirmed stage to uptrend. Overall, it looks like an uptrending stock. How can we call it base number 1? My analysis. Okay. Thank you so much.